So there is a mode called One from the Black Hole. Today we're going over the meta of One from the Black Hole, a game mode that has recently gained popularity over the past month. Basically, the game mode is basically you have to outrun gravity and stuff, and basically outbeat gravity in this game mode. And we'll see which characters are the best for this. So the first character on the list is Soldier. Soldier, I think, is an S tier character in terms of this game mode because of his sprint and his Helix rockets. Helix rockets can push you back. His ult doesn't really do much at all. It is the aimbot thing. It doesn't really do much in terms of attacking. Does but again, all you really need to do is sprint to the beginning. Just continue running. Even if you're behind, you'll eventually get there. And even in the later part, well, you won't. The sprint is still at least semi-useful. It isn't as useful as Reaper's Saddle Step, or Tracer's Recall, or basically anything that is. But yeah, it's still useful. The Helix rockets can put for easy kills, similar to Ass's one attack or he shoots with a gun. I don't know most of the newer heroes' attacks. I don't know most of the older characters. And yep, next is Orisa. Orisa is BTL. I think Orisa's gonna do pretty well. Characters in BTL can still do pretty well, but they're much more harder to play as. She has that one thing where she can, does it where it makes her a bit faster. And basically, and yeah, if she had that passive ability that one guy proposed, yeah, Orisa would be ATL because basically she would win every single time. She also has an ult which also drags her, makes her faster. But again, it's a character that kind of relies on the ult. And basically, also, Orisa's a big target. So basically, any character that can easily beat Orisa will have an easy time. Next is another tank that is probably a B tier tank is Zarya. Same problem as Orisa. Her seals make her go faster, but her ult is pretty good. Then why is she at B tier? Well, again, just like Orisa, tanks have a big hitbox. And basically, if you're playing as a Mei, which can easily slow down a tank, which basically will put you behind. I have seen a lot of Zarya's lag behind and lose in the matches many times in the custom game. And yep, Zarya can do well, but again, I've seen many Zaryas basically, same thing with Orisa, get beat by higher tier characters, which makes them in B tier, which means they're still good. Next is Torb, a surprising character people will think it isn't that good. I've seen Torbs do well in everything. He has that thing where he goes faster, the fire thing, basically. Well, it used to be a part of his ult, but it no longer is. His molten core puts down lava, which slows down people, kind of like Mei's thing, but it's only the ult. And basically, yeah, he has turrets also, our annoyance. Yep. And the only thing keeping him from S tier is that he's almost S tier, but yep, is a good thing to really knock back opponents, slow down opponents, and really stall basically. Which there is a character that does stalling better than Torb. It basically, Torb isn't really the best for stalling. And the next character on the list is Sigma. I actually made a list putting Sigma at B tier, but Sigma has his boulders. He has his gravity thing, his black hole thing, which basically makes him move a bit faster. And he has his ult, which so seems to push you back, but he can move forward at the beginning. And Sigma is a good character for beating out, weaker players, less experienced players or noober players at the mode who don't know the ins and outs of all the characters or new players in general. Basically can beat, characters like Zarya and Orisa using his ult, basically pushing them back. Zarya can do the same thing, but Sigma, I think, does it a bit better because he puts them in the air, and later on, that is a very big disadvantage later in the game because you don't want to be in the air. And I'll go over that when I get over to Farah. But yeah, next is Reaper. Reaper is, I think, yeah, I'm putting Reaper in A tier. I was going to put Reaper in S tier, but yep, Reaper doesn't have anything to really push anyone back, and that's the thing about this mode, as you have to have a way to push other people back, or else you won't really that amazing. Reaper is a good stall character, basically. He has his teleport, which is pretty good. He has his, and yeah, I've seen Reapers won many games, but if you want to, if you want to push back people, Reaper isn't the best option for pushing back characters in the game because he has the options to do that. So, yep. And Reaper doesn't, also has his teleport and his waveform, which makes him go faster. His, basically, and yeah, I've seen Reaper. Reaper is basically the stall character in the game. Baptiste isn't that great. Baptiste is, he has the only thing that makes him go faster is his ult. His other two attacks don't really do anything. They don't really do, his healing things don't really do change his speed. So yeah, Baptiste isn't a good option. I've seen Baptiste survive, but yeah, Baptiste is not a good character that you would want to have in the randomized. You're gonna lose if you get Baptiste. Same thing with McCree. McCree is actually higher than Baptiste because he has the stun, but the stun isn't really that amazing compared to Soldiers, Helix Rockets, or even Graviton, or basically actually could put Zarya ahead of Orisa. No, they have both similar abilities. Orisa had that one thing that pulls people towards her, and same thing with Zarya's Graviton thing. And Sigma also has his rocks, his boulders. And yeah, McCree doesn't really stand out. He has his roles that make him better than Baptiste. And next is Anna. Anna, I was going to put Anna in A tier, but Anna has the most OP power in this entire game. Okay? Sweep dots. Yep. If you want to go through a annoying character, for example Mei or especially Hammond, you want to put them to sleep because that's essentially a free kill. You potentially have a free kill. And basically, if you want to have to win, you should try to take out the Anna. If you have a character that can knock back characters pretty easily, or you put it as a Roadhog or something that can easily knock back characters easy. And yeah, Anna is a very, very, very threatening character. You don't want to have to deal with her putting you to sleep. And basically, if you get put to sleep by Anna, you basically have to accept your fate and lose the match, essentially, and spectate for the rest of the match. Another character, yep, Mei is another S tier character. I hate Mei, especially in this mode. Basically in the mode, you don't want to be slowed down. And guess what Mei's specialty is? Slowing you down. Torb does that, but yep, her standard fire basically slows you down. Okay? And you also have an ult, which basically freezes you and slows you down. And he also has a wall, which is basically an obstacle you have to go around, which for a map where you have to continue going forward to survive, nope, that's a very, very difficult thing. And then she has an ice thing, which basically negates all laws of physics and gravities. And yep, this is the first bottom tier character. There's no actual F tier character, so I didn't put an F tier character, but this is one of the hardest characters to play as, and that is Pharah. Pharah can fly. What's so bad? But again, I have to explain. Being in the air is not good for this game. Pharah is basically a character that specializes in being air. Echo is a similar character. But yeah, basically Pharah, you have to survive in the air, which it is very, very, very difficult past the first minute. Okay, because soon the gravity will start pushing you back and you can't go into the air. You can use your rocket thing to go faster, but again, if you're not good at this game, Pharah is basically the hardest character to play as. Next is Doomfist. Doomfist is going in A tier because he can push people back with his punts and stuff. Basically, Doomfist can push people back, and his Meteor Strike can push people back. I think, similar to Sigma. I think Sigma and Doomfist are on the same spot, but again, if you use Sigma's boulder, it makes it go back a bit. So that's why Doomfist is higher. Diva is high C tier. Yep, another character you expect to be good is Diva. Diva, I have seen Diva is another character like Baptiste, never wins. She can propel forward with her booster things, but her nerf this, so it can push people back, but then you're going Baby Diva, which makes you go back faster. Yep, that's the whole reason why Diva is in C tier, because once you use nerf this, basically it pushes people back, but yep, defense matrix, it can block, sweep dots and stuff, but again, if Anna's behind you, she can put you to sleep from behind. So, yep, you're free. And then we have Hammond. Yep, Hammond is even better than Mei. Well, because of his ult. Hammond has his ball thing, which goes really fast at the beginning. He also has his shield, which he can put on shield and go ahead of everybody else. And then he has his ult, which sometimes in the mode recharges very fast. his ult is basically stops you from winning. Essentially, you have to basically go around all of his field. You have to go around his field and make sure you don't get hit by his, you know, mine things, and it's a very, very tedious task. Even May won't be able to survive his minefield, essentially. And yeah, it's good. It's kind of, and then the minefield pushes you back. And yep, Hammond basically wins like half the games, like May. Half the games, if there's a Hammond, he always wins. Always Hammond, Soldier, and May are the characters that most likely to win. Next bottom tier character is Junkrat. Yep, Junkrat's another bottom tier character. Junkrat isn't very good for this mode. While his trap does trap you and puts you back a bit, but again, you can just move. Again, his trap isn't really that useful. Only useful for defeating lower level players. And his trap is pretty easy to avoid, unlike some other things. So yeah, another character that isn't that great. Next is Reinhardt, another A tier character. A lot of the characters are actually pretty good for this mode. Reinhardt, he has his charge, which makes him pretty good. He also has his hammer. Oh, and with everything, no, he's high A tier. Those characters that do it, Hammond is a better in terms of tank characters in this. He has his stun thing, but again, Hammond has the entire field. Yep, basically, if Hammond was not in the game, Reinhardt would be S tier in this entire thing. Because he has his charge, which makes him, but again, it isn't as fast as Hammond rolling around to a ball and getting ahead of everybody. So yep, next is Winston. Winston is mid B tier. Again, Winston has his pyro raids, which again knocks back people, but that's the only thing. But you have to wait for it to recharge. It makes Winston at B tier. He also has a jump, which after like the first 10 minutes isn't really useful. Next is Zen. Zen is only thing that keeping Zen out of the bottom tier characters is his ult. If Zen's ult didn't speed him up, he'll be the worst character in this entire thing. Nope, we'll put him in detail. We'll put him in high detail. His ult is the only thing that keeps him from being lower than Junkrat. Okay, next is Brigitte, another character that isn't really that great in this mode. Her rally makes her go faster, and her shield thing makes her go a bit faster. But yeah, Brigitte never really does that well. Here's a character that never does well, Echo. Echo is, again, like Diva. She has a thing where she flies in the air, but again, most people make the same mistake, fly in the air and die. Yep, that's basically how she can duplicate, but no one really ever does. No, always duplicates the same characters in it. So even then they don't know how to duplicate correctly, and Echo isn't really that great, and duplicate takes a long time to recharge as well. Next is Tracer. Tracer is low. No, I think it's high B tier. She has the blink things, which but again, after like 5 minutes, he can't really push anyone back, which makes her at B tier. Sigma has his boulders, and Doomfist has his rocket punch. Reaper is a much better stall character, as his Ray 4 has his teleport, does it way better, and teleport does it way better. But yeah, Tracer is high B tier. Next is Ash, another character. It's much better than McCree at this mode I think she is high B tier. She can push people back, but again, she doesn't have sprint like Soldier. And she also has Bob, which also can push people back. But yep, next is Mercy. Do I even have to explain why Mercy's at the bottom tier of the game? Okay, she can't really do anything, essentially, because she's basically supposed to be a healer. But again, this is a free-for-all. Mercy does not win in a free-for-all situation. Next is Sombra. Sombra is second on this list. Why? Because he can hack you. Okay? How is May gonna put up an ice wall if Sombra hacks you? Okay? She also can use EMP, which also makes everybody hacked, which means nobody can use their attacks. She also has the translocator thing and her thing. I think Sombra is the top character in this game. Her thing that, is better than Reaper's teleport, better than Tracer's recall. She can turn invisible, which makes her faster, and to get every conceivable away. Next is Genji, another character that isn't that great. Genji's ult doesn't really do anything. His sword makes him go a bit faster, but again, like most of these characters in the lower tiers don't really have anything to do to really set anyone back. Next is Symmetra, another character that is high C tier. Yep. Symmetra has an ult which actually makes it go faster. Her turrets slow people down a tiny bit. A tiny bit. It's not an amazing amount, but it's not, yes. Symmetra always loses every single time. Next is Hanzo. Yep, no surprise. Hanzo's in C tier. You never see Hanzo win. Yep. Hanzo only won once or twice. Or wins when there's like only 2 people and they both quit, basically. Hanzo can go in the L, but don't press in the L, but eventually that won't work anymore. And Hanzo can't really move any faster. And yeah, his arrow things don't really move anyone back. So yeah, Hanzo is C tier. Another character is Widowmaker. Widowmaker is bottom B tier. Her ult makes it go faster, and her swing shot makes it go faster, but her Venom Mine doesn't really do anything to anyone. Kind of like straight as Pulse Bomb. Basically, yep, Widowmaker is probably the worst of any of the stall characters in the game, besides Zenyatta. Next is Bastian. Same boat as Zenyatta. The only thing that makes him go faster is his ult, which he can rocket jump. And if you don't do that correctly, yep, you lose. You basically lose. But again, unlike Junkrat, it at least negates this whole thing. Next is Moya. Moya is, I think, high ATL. She has a core weapon which actually does push people back 4 chains. Yep, it puts people back a bit 4 chains. She also has orbs, which don't really do anything, and a healing. And she also has that one thing where she basically teleports. So yeah, she's A tier. Next is Roadhog. Roadhog is B tier. Roadhog is a big target, but he has his hook to make so people go back. Actually, we'll go back. And his ult pushes people. Okay, Roadhog is A tier. But again, no, Roadhog is B tier. Because Roadhog is also very slow, which is very bad for this, but he is a heavyweight character, and it makes him in B tier. Next is Lucio. Lucio, if you know how to play as Lucio, is S tier. Yep, Lucio has the boop thing. He can go faster, but he can go faster. And he can make himself go faster. Well, always keep it on speed. Don't put health, because you won't need to heal and get into game mode. And you won't need to heal at all, because unless you get hit by the red things, which push you back anyways. But yeah, you should put yourself on speed and go as fast as possible to make sure you get there first. And most people who play this are not good at Lucio, so they always die because they don't know how to play as Lucio. I'm gonna put him as A tier then, because he does go really fast. He does have boop, but it's not really people don't know how to play as Lucio, so he's A tier. And yeah, that is the tier list for the Black Hole game mode. Yep. If you're going to play this game mode, hope you don't get any of the D tier characters, because you're basically guaranteed to lose as any of those characters. That's basically it. Goodbye.